I might have figured something out, boys. Alright, so when we quit the other day, when we found these two grounds, I made sure they were out here, like not touching any metal. And then the new switch, I made sure it was in off, made sure it was in a spot where it wasn't doing the fuel pump prime, blah, blah, blah. And I thought to myself, I can check continuity between these grounds and this switch and see if I get continuity. Okay, so I've got my multimeter on audible continuity, so it'll just beep. So basically, when it is on this mode, if we hear a beep, that means whatever wire I'm touching with this end is connected to the same circuit as wherever I'm touching over here. So that's a good way for me to find out if these grounds go to what I'm trying to find. So we can see one's fatter, one's skinnier. So I'm gonna touch to this fatter one, and then I'm gonna go up here and figure out where I can put the camera. Hopefully that's a half decent spot, I hope. Anyways, you guys get the idea. So I'm holding the ground on the fat wire, and I'm just gonna touch the steering column. Nothing. Nothing. Okay, so our ground that comes out of the combo switch, that's this fat ground. So how me and James couldn't find a ground for this, because we tried to ground it to chassis, it's because it went to this crimped end over here, this terminal, and it's not going to nothing, so that was killing the circuit. So that's the combo switch ground. Then let's try the skinnier one. Let's see what it's connected to. It's not connected to that one. That's not the combo switch one. It's not the column one. But it is the light switch one. That grounds the light switch out. So the fat ground grounds the light switch, but not by the time it gets here. So I still have one probe on the ground of the light switch and the steering column. So the light switch grounds to the steering column and to this fat wire. So I know that if this end is not connected to a ground, that terminates this whole circuit. So basically how we're hearing that beep, every time we hear a beep, it means I'm touching two wires that are connected. So this fat wire runs the ground of this switch and the ground here and the ground of the column. So this one wire grounds all that out. So with that not being hooked up, none of that was grounded. So that's probably our deal. So what I'm gonna do is, and we were testing that the other day, I was just kind of wedging those grounds in there. I am going to find a good spot where I can put a bolt on some good chassis metal. I'm gonna ground the fat one, see what we get, and then I'm gonna ground the other one and see what we get then, see if we get mixed symptoms, because so far out of everything here, I can't get that little ground to be continent. It's not continuity, or continent, however you say it. It doesn't have continuity between anything here. My problem areas are the light switch and the combo switch. That area we're having an issue, and that fat one's the ground for that. So the theory here is, if we give that a proper good ground, so we bolt it down tight to some chassis metal, should solve the issue. So I'm gonna find a good spot for that right quick. I'm gonna do that. We're gonna see what we got. And basically, if y'all are ever doing this, and the hardcore wiring guys, correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm real loose on this stuff, but if you got a multimeter that has this arrow, pretty much like an arrow ran into the left side of a plus sign, that's continuity. And then especially if it has like a little, like kind of like sound wave speaker looking icon. So like this one, I have it on continuity mode, but we press function to roll it through the functions of that mode. And you heard the beep there, that's continuity, but seeing the speaker is going to give you audible continuity. So if I'm wrong on that, wiring guys, correct me. But all right, so ground of combo switch to chassis, no dice. That's awesome. I had that a minute ago. Nothing. 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 Oh. Okay, so the switch is grounded. The light switch. Combo is not. Okay, maybe my leads are bad. Okay, now they don't work at all, front or back. That's awesome. Okay, this is really crappy. Now they don't. Now my running lights don't work in the back or front or nothing. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Let's try to start it. Great, now they don't work at all. That's awesome. That's good shit. This is driving me nuts, guys. My blinkers work. Maybe I'll undo that little ground. Let's try that. Alright guys, I had to take care of some stuff for a little while, stepped away from this and stepped back to it today. I'm pretty frustrated with this deal. I had to leave and go run an errand, and before I did that, I took those two wires and I grounded them. I'm gonna try to get the camera to it. I forget where I did it. It's like up here. I hope y'all can see that. But there's clean bare metal right there. It's to the steering column, which is welded to the chassis. So, or I should say the steering column mount. So we have a new deal now. Remember how the battery was dead last week, and then when I changed the light switches and I left those two grounds unhooked, came back to it today, 3 days later, and the battery still had a charge. In the time that I left, and I started it this morning, I've been gone for like probably 3 hours or so. And the time I was gone and come back, we're now at 10.5 volts. So the draw's back, and I happen to have the meter on voltage instead of continuity. And now this black wire is hot. With everything off, with the truck off, the key off, switch off, everything's off, this black wire is hot. So now I gotta look at the diagram and figure out what this black wire is and if it's really a ground or not, because this motherfucker's hot. So struggle continues. Alright guys, I'm getting warmer. I'm thumbing through a diagram and I found the power side. I've already looked through the ground side. And I am probably missing a ground, the left instrument panel ground that a lot of shit goes to. I don't have. And I do remember now, I did get rid of the cluster plug. It's gone. I do remember that because almost every wire out of it went over to the OBS's PCM, and that's how it got signal from the OBS's sending units, which I don't use none of them. I ripped the cluster out, so I remember we cut that loom and pulled all those wires out of it. So all that's gone. But so is the factory PCM. All that is gone. That doesn't exist in this truck anymore. So what's funny is I looked on the power side and I found that fuse number 9 on the interior panel is the parking light fuse. Look at it and it's blown. So I'm like, oh fuck man, all this shit, and it was number 9's fuse. Alright. So I go get another fuse, the right one, put it in there. Now my back running lights work again, my parking lights. They work in the back again like they did the other day, but the front still don't work. But all my hazards and flashers work. We're getting closer. We're warming up, and while I'm figuring out on the, this is the old combo switch by the way, when I'm finding out where that ground wire goes to, I'm also looking at this light blue pin right here, because this is supposed to be a light blue wire and it's cut right here. This insulation is cracked and burnt, and these wires are about halfway pulled out. So this come from the old, this was the old one that was original to this truck, and this was messed up. So we might have been burning something up for a long time, and now that I'm switching everything out to new stuff, it's putting voltage where everything was burnt out before, and so we're having to fight through it, is my logic. I don't know. But we have some plans this evening, and I've got to go get dressed and ready for those. So I'm gonna cut this off here. I'm not gonna close the video out. I know I can see the views dropping. I know we're tired of this issue, but if I'm out here trying to fix it, I might as well record it and post it for all my troubleshooters out there and all my people that don't know how to find a problem. We're gonna fumble through this one together, because I should have done found it by now. Between everything you guys have said, what I think I know to look for. But I think I got some big clues today, but I've said that 3 other times in the past couple weeks, so just gonna keep pushing. So now my job now is to find out what this wire goes to, this black one. And side mission is we're gonna find out what that baby blue wire went to, because it's burning up on this one, so we need to know, you know. So I'm gonna cut this off here, do some more research, look at some more diagrams, see what more I can figure out, and I'll pick this back up when we make some progress. So it turns out I am officially the dumbass for not checking the simplest thing first. So the other day when we had the battery charger hooked up and we were seeing the old light switch arc before we put the new light switch in, every single one of these top elements, this GoPro's probably not going to pick it up, that farther down closer to my thumb element is busted on both of these. It's completely gone on that one. You can kind of see it right there. So that element, so the running light element of these bulbs is burned out. and they're daisy chain. They all feed off of each other, so if one don't work, the rest don't work. And these light blue wires, right, so these are all, they all splice together and go up to the combo switch. Well, remember, the factory combo switch, that light blue wire is melted. So there's been a problem there for a while. And yep, the clearance marker's burned too. So it's literally the bulbs. It's got to be. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to AutoZone and get bulbs and pop them all in, and we're gonna see if they pop again. This is gonna be awesome because it's either gonna be completely done with and fixed because everything else is fine, or we'll have flipped the switch and they'll pop again, and I'll know that I need to chase these blue leads all the way back through this harness, because that means they're gonna be, this blue wire is gonna be shortened somewhere up the line through this harness somewhere, probably right there. Probably got water in that connector right there and cooked it. But I'm gonna run up to AutoZone, get some bulbs, pop them in, and hopefully this finally once and for all solves our running light issue. So we're making solid progress. If we're off, left blink works, right blink works, hazard works. Now that is with key and run. Now if I turn on, if I increase the load and turn on running light, our running lights work, except for driver's side clearance. These are bright, these are dimmer, but work. This clearance works. So we're thinking maybe a ground issue on that side. Now remember, this one's not working. That light blue wire is the same one that was burned on the old combo switch. Okay. Now with the running lights on or headlights on, left blinker does not work. Here, right side clicks. Hazard won't work. Left won't. But if you decrease the load, turn the running lights off, it works. But our clearance light's not working. So that gives us an awesome lead because I did not mean to start it. So we have a great lead because those light blues are all spliced together. We have power to those two, obviously, because they work, but this one don't. And all of the light blues from each of these all spliced together. So we lost something there. That's probably where our short's at. So I'm gonna start taking that back apart, see if we can find it. All right, so we're making some progress. We never did get the left clearance light to work, but how these are dimmer, we did find a spot where the brown, you just wiggle it and it got bright again. Okay, but
connection right there.
So this connector, we were probing it from the brown that's here that's shared to this splice, and if I would hold it here and check the ohms, if he would poke that connector just right, these would brighten up. But once these go full bright, the clearance light quits working. But if you screw with it some more, there it went. So now the running lights are dim and the corner has come up. Yep.
Up and down.
It's not doing nothing to this side. So one of these must be bad too then. Or what does that mean for that one then? I'm probably just gonna replace this whole harness.
I'm gonna see what it's touching.
They just got full bright.
Yeah, there's something.
Dim, bright.
This bar's touching.
It's probably touching the other side.
Pick it up, go down, and
dim, bright, dim.
So not. But you see, look at that. That is lighting the whole light.
What do you mean the whole light?
Both of them are lighting up. See how there's only one burning?
Yeah.
Watch.
Oh.
That one's staying the same. The running light's still staying the same.
It's just turning what should be blinking on. What the fuck?
Yeah, because that one's not getting any brighter. It's just that one.
Oh fuck.
Is that both of those bright?
Yeah.
On those?
Yeah, that everything you're doing over there doesn't affect these at all.
No, I mean, is both the...
They're both
diodes
on, yes.
Both bright?
Yes. Let me kick the hazards on. They won't work. They're not working.
It flashed and then went dim. But I could do that. Now do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn the key on. Nothing. What the fuck's going on, dude?
Wiggle that wire, that middle wire.
If I hold it in the middle, it goes out. If I push it close, runs, dim.
I think we got back.
Middle's out, all the way back out makes them all bright. Does that change?
Something ain't.
Yeah, see, it dims these like it's putting a load on it. I think with that ground being undone for so long, because I had that ground undone for a long time. Between that and the water, that might have fried these sockets.
Something ain't right with those sockets. You should be able to wiggle that.
Right, because it's just on running mode right now. Now we're at least narrowed down to driver's side.
Works normal.
Yes. Like they're offset, which is how it's supposed to be. It works right.
So it's on that side.
Yeah, it's driver's side, 100%. Because we didn't have a left fast blink before. Now we do.
That's what's making me wonder if it ain't in the blinker.
What do you mean the blinker? Like the relay?
No, something shortened or
In the
round
blue.
or somewhat.
I mean, the blue blink wire is what was fried on the old combo. I could T-tap the blue wire right here at the switch and skip all this shit and put it straight out here and see if it works right. Or actually, so what I could do is
Clip that.
T-tap it over here, clip that, and that would eliminate everything between here and the firewall, and then connect it here and see if it's clean. Okay, so we're gonna do that right quick, and that would eliminate the rest of the run. We'll see what we get out of that. Hopefully before that nasty motherfucker gets here.
You hook your safety belt and it keeps you from falling.
All right, so we cut the light blue that basically is the left side flash signal. We cut it up there. I T-tapped it right here so that we skip any part of that blue wire that's from there to through the firewall, all these connectors, blah blah blah, to here. We eliminate all that. So if something's wrong there, we just skipped it. I connected it to here, still fast blink.
I'm gonna sell it.
The problem with it fast blinking is, the reason these fast blink is because they're not seeing enough of a load to blink slowly. They're not seeing enough resistance. So that's what tells us we have a bulb out. All of the bulbs flash. So the bulbs aren't bad because they all flash. They all work running. If you turn the hazards on, they flash proper speed. They all work. So with as much as Jesse's been messing with these terminals and making things change, I feel really good about it being in the socket, because we got that side corrected once we fucked with those sockets. So I think what I'm gonna do, instead of just getting sockets, I'm gonna go ahead and just buy this whole harness that has the sockets already on it and just disconnect from here. You just disconnect this plug, unhook all this, rip this one out, put the fresh one in, and then we eliminate all the corrosion on all those group grounds and all those splices. We're eliminating all that. But starting to rain here, and I know it's only going to get worse, so we're going to shut this one off here, get everything picked up, make sure we don't leave nothing out. And other than that, the Hot Boy Summer drop is live. Hot Girl Summer, the Playboy drop is live. Stickers, shirts, I would say for the boys, but I have unisex shirts that are, there it go. We have unisex shirts that are black and a light blue, intended for the boys because they say Hot Boy Summer, but ladies, if you want one, get it. I do have hot pink V-necks, super comfy Bella canvas for the ladies that say Hot Girl Summer, and then I have a few gold stickers left, and I have white stickers. So, and they look like that. So if you want any of that, check out the website, links in the description, MattyXBuilds.com. Y'all go check that out. And other than that, that's it for this one. Peace out, be human, we'll see you later.